It has been a long time. It has been a long time, I do apologise. There's been a lot of stuff that's gone on, so I'm not going to go into the details of it. All I will say is I have recently moved home. But there has been a lot of other stuff that's gone on since then. I'm not going to tell you about it because that is personal, so... But yeah, there's been a lot of stuff that's gone on, so... The last video I made was kind of a lie. That I will be posting more videos. I didn't exactly, did I? Sorry. What can I say? Shit happens. Life happened, definitely. This will be my first makeup video on the channel. I hope you enjoy it. I'm going to recreate this look. I don't know where I'm putting it, but this look. I did this look back in 2018, I think it was, the end of 2018. But I am going to be trying recreating it, maybe upgrading it. Because let's be honest, it's not the best look. It was good, I did enjoy it, but like, it's not the best look I've ever done. Yeah, that's what we're going to be doing today, so I hope you enjoy it. If you're not subscribed already, please subscribe to the channel, because I am going to be, hopefully, posting more videos like this. Let me know what kind of things you want to see, because I do stream games on Twitch. That's also something I've not really been doing. Whoops. But I am getting back into the swing of things, as I said. I am going to be streaming more games on Twitch, such as Ark Survival Evolved, Skyrim, probably Minecraft, because let's be honest, everybody loves a bit of Minecraft. But yeah, I'll stream on there if you'd like to follow me on there. Let me know what you want to see on here. I can do makeup tutorials, I might upload some game videos from Twitch, like little snippets of it. So yeah, we're just going to get into this tutorial because I'm talking for too long, so yeah. I am going to check that this is recording actually. Start the tutorial. So first of all, I am actually going to start with eyeshadow. It's always so much better to start with eyeshadow, let's be honest. Like, I hate it doing the base makeup first, getting it looking absolutely immaculate, and then as soon as you put a bit of eyeshadow on, it goes all over the foundation and you can't wipe it off because it's a dark pigmented shadow. That pisses me off. I hate that so much. So we're going to start with the eyeshadows first. I am going to get my Revolution Maxi Reloaded palette. It's the Monster Matte palette. Well, I'm not going to apologise because I don't need to apologise for you. It is wrecked. I have gone a bit ham on some of the colours. I will blame my child for some of it because he does like to mess as well. You have moved. Stop moving. First of all, let's do the brows. I can't for the life of me find my brow pencil. It's just gone for a walk. It's gone walkies. So I am going to be using this eyebrow definer by the Beauty Collective. It's from Matalan, so I've had it for a while. It's not actually quite dark enough for what I want, but it gets the job done. So you may be wondering, Casey, did you change your light bulbs purposely for this video so that people could see you? And my answer to that question is, what makes you think that? I'm going to be doing my eyebrows. You might not be able to see most of this, but that's fine. Oh, yeah. I like to start with the bottom of my brow, like drawing the basic shape of what I want the bottom of my eyebrow to look like. Which is basically that. And then I am going to just like kind of like fill in the rest. What you want to do when you're doing your eyebrows is kind of like bring that colour forward into like the start of your eyebrow, because then what I like to do is I like to get a spoolie brush if I can find it. I'm just like blend the bottom upwards and then the top down. It just helps to give a bit of pigment to the start of your eyebrows, but in a natural way. And then I just like to brush the spoolie all the way through my eyebrows, just so I know that I've got more of an even coverage over my brow. I am now going to get my Fit Me concealer. I do rate this concealer, to be fair. It is quite good. I've repurchased it twice now. You need to stop breaking. And I'm now going to carve out the brows. Which of course you need to be silent for, because this requires a lot of concentration. I'm going to carve out the top as well because you have to. Well, I need to anyway. Badly. Eyebrows are done for now. I've had enough of them. I am going to put concealer all over my eyeballs, and I am going to use one of my makeup brushes to blend it out. That's what I used to do back in the day anyway. This one is what I always used to do to blend out my concealer on me. Okay, my eyes are prepped. I am, first of all, because what I'm going to do, if you forgot what that picture looked like earlier, I'm going to do rainbow on my eyes because I love doing rainbow. But on this eye I am going to do yellow, red, orange, pink, I think. And on this eye I am going to do, I think I will start with yellow again. Yellow, green, blue, purple. But on the under eye, I am going to smoke it out a little bit in black. First of all, I am going to be taking, which shade? Either this one or this one, depending on how pigmented they are. So, and I am going to take that on the inner corner. That one. Do you know what? I'm going to mix them both. Then I'm guaranteed to have a good colour. I'm just going to pat that on the inner corner of my eye. Do you know what? That was a dumb thing. I need to do a transition colour. I'm going to be using this big ass brush and use it in a little bit of both of these. So hopefully you can see. I'm going to use those as a transition colour. Oh, I just kind of like just got rid of all of that, so yeah. I'm trying to get the light because I can't see. Yeah, you can see it very slightly. I'm not sure if you can, but yeah. I'm just going to do the same to the other eye. The transition colour done. I'm going to go back in the yellow and start again. Again, just placing it on the inner corner, blending it up into that crease. Just going to make sure you can see. I'm going to blend that crease in a little bit more. Yeah, as you can see, on the inner corner now. And I'm going to do the same on the other eye. It is better to stamp this colour on, as it is with most lighter colours, because they aren't the most pigmented. Pigmented. Yeah, pigmented. Now, I am going to carry on with this eye, and then I'll do that eye. So I'm going to be doing the orange now, then the red, and the pink at the end. For the orange colour, I don't think I actually have a decent orange colour here. I don't think I do at all, actually. I'm thinking any. No. This is the most orange colour I have, so the colour I'm going with. Just going to carry that right in, kind of like in the centre of my eyelid, and try and, I'm going to pat it on first. Hopefully you can see the pigment, whilst at the same time blending it into that yellow. You want to keep the majority of the pigment on your actual eyelids. Like everywhere else you want to blend it. Just going to stamp a bit more of that colour because it is a little less pigmented than I would like. And on the edge here I have blended it out just slightly on the outer edge because it's going to make it easier to blend in with the red that I'm going to do next. So I'm not sure if you can see it quite well. But yeah, that's what I've got going on so far. So I am now going to take this red. I might mix in a bit of this actually. Both these two red colours. And I'm going to stamp that on the outer corner of my lid and kind of blend it outwards just ever so slightly. Again, patting the colour on because they aren't the most pigmented. Slightly blending it into the orange. Make sure there's no extra pigment on. Slightly blending it upwards into that transition colour, into the orange. And I'm going to take that brush that I had the transition shade on again and like ever so slightly blend over the top. Yeah, so now your eyes should look like this, kind of like a sunset. I am now going to be taking a pink shade, which I think I am going to go for a mixture of these two. Tap that off slightly. And I am going to put that right next to the red, blending it outwards so it's kind of like a cat eye look. Yeah, I'm happy with that. I'm pretty happy with that actually. Just going to blend the top out again slightly, blend this line out on the bottom slightly. Yeah, I'm quite happy with that. There we go. Right, I'm not going to keep working on that eye. It is just going to keep doing my head in otherwise. So I'm going to move on to the next eye. But I am pretty happy with that, if you can see. Can you see? Okay. I am going to check that you are still recording. Bless me. And I might go over the yellow on this side. So, just patting that yellow back on, just so I can see. I am now going to take, I'm going to do a mixture of this green, which has got pink in it, mixture of this green and this green. Yeah. I'm going to make sure I've got pigment on there because I know this is sheer. Of which you can see. I might actually go in with my finger on this one. You can use your fingers sometimes because it does help to get more pigment on, as you can see. And so now what I'm going to do, I'm going to take the brush and try to blend that out a little bit. I don't want to blend it too much though that the pigment just disappears. Which is exactly what's happening. I have got another green somewhere. Let me just go find it. This is the Neon palette from Primark. I have got two options for greens here. I might see if I can do a mixture again, and hopefully this time I'll get a bit more payoff. Look, so much better already. But I am going to take a bit more of that darker green just so you can see it a little bit better. better, much better. I'm going to add more of the yellow again to the inner corner because it is disappearing from the green. I am going to go back over with the transition brush, just swipe over the top there like that. Much better, thank you, my pride and joy. I am now going to go in with a blue and hopefully they don't do me dirty. I think I am going to take this blue, mix it with that blue, and hopefully it turns out nice. And put that on the outer corner of the eye, blending it into the green. Now the blue is being a knob. The light blue is anyway. It's just, the dark blue is now. Stop. Thank you. Stop. The green is now disappearing again. I do apologise for you not being able to say, but this is really frustrating. This is my punishment for choosing pretty much a complicated look to do instead of something traditional. I don't do traditional though. I think that might be the best I'm going to get it, unless I can get a different brush. I am now putting, a bit of shadow, I don't know. I'm now putting a mixture of these two purples on the absolute outer corner of my eye and smoking it out to make it more like a cat eye. I do think the dark colours are so much harder to work with in this palette. Excuse me, sir, stop. So, I'm not sure if you can see, but that one is looking so much better than this one. It's a little bit, you know, but I have tried my best. I would recommend more for this stuff the NYX more rainbow palette. I'm not actually sure the name of it, but it has like, it's a 4x4 palette for the colours, and it has all the colours that you need for this. So I would recommend that palette more, but I don't have it, so one of them. I am going to take a bit more concealer and dab it around my eyes, my under eyes, and I'm going to blend that out with my concealer brush that I used earlier. So the reason I'm doing this is because I had a little bit of fallout underneath my eyes, and ouch, it is just going to help the foundation sit on top of it a bit nicely, so you can't really see the pigment underneath, because I tried wiping the darker shades off and it just didn't really work, which I expected. I mean, you can see by the tone of the concealer, this one looks a lot more green, bluey colour than that one, so yeah. I am going to go in with a little bit of my smoothing primer, I'm not the biggest fan of it, but I am going to use it today. Hopefully my foundation sits on top of it nicely today, because it picks and chooses when it works. Stay still, please, please, please. Yeah. Oh, I am going to put some on my nose, on my forehead, my chin. I'm going to go over the cheeks where I have put my concealer. Yeah. Before I do put any foundation, I am going to contour with my Collection Concealing Light Like a Pro palette. I think, no I don't think, I got this from Matalan. Part of the collection, yeah, I think I got this from Matalan. So I am going to take big ass brush and I'm going to go into this darker shade, which you can see I've gone ham with. Oops. And I'm going to take some of that darker shade. Try and warm it up a bit. And I'm just going to like put it in the contours of my face. Where I would like to have cheekbones. I'm going to get a bit more of that. I need a new one, there's not much there now. I'm going to use it to blend it out a little bit. Then put that on top of my forehead. I don't know why I bother doing it, I just do. And I'm going to do my jawline as well. The one that does not exist. And I'm going to try and contour the nose a little bit with the same brush. That's the majority of the contour done, I think. So I am now going to go and wet a sponge. Where's my sponge? Where's my sponge, boy? Where is the sponge? I'm going to go and get a new one and use that instead. Yeah, good fuck knows where that's from. The sponge that I like to use is being a dick right now. So I'm happy to use this sponge and I'm not the biggest fan of that sponge. So I am going to try and use a brush instead, which I'm not the biggest fan of either for applying foundation. But there you go. Beggars can't be choosers. I'm not sure which foundation I want to use. I might use a mixture of both actually. So I am going to be using the Body Collection Illuminating Liquid Foundation in light to medium, and then mix it with the Perfect Finish Foundation, medium to full coverage, from Primark. So I'm going to go in with this foundation first and just blot it everywhere. There. Should where I want it really. Then I'm going to take the Primark foundation, squirt a bit of that on, squirt a bit, oh, a bit too much. Ooh. I hope that doesn't stain. I will cry if that stains. I'm going to blot that on as well. So I have come to the conclusion I've applied too much, which is what the sponge is for. I do believe that is much better. Apart from the eyeshadow, I am happy with the foundation. Don't apply as much as what I do. I'm gonna go with English is not my native language apparently. I'm gonna go with I am going to go in with my Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in the shade 5. I am just going to go like that down the side of my nose, in the corner, on the outer corner, like that, to give me a lifted look. And I'm going to do that on the other side, down the side of my nose. I'm going to do that more down the side of my nose there, on the inner corner and on the outer corner. Yep, going to go over the top of my lip. I'm going to go over the bridge of my nose as well. I'm also going to do my chin. And I'm going to ever so carefully blend that. As you can see, the concealer under my eyes has given me a more lifted look, rather than doing the big triangle under your eye, which just makes it look like you've got like this big massive thick ass cheekbone, which never looks normal. So yeah, this is the W7 Beat palette. I love it. I'm going to be mixing this light shade with the light shade out of the Revolution palette, and I'm going to set my under eyes with that, only ever so slightly though, because I don't want it to look dead. I'm just going to get my sponge in, mix them, tap it on the back of my hand. Now I'm just going to ever so slightly set my under eyes. And you know what, I am going to get a brush instead. Now I'm going to dust that, tap, tap, and again, just slightly go over the eyes of it. Same on this side. I am going to use this Smoothly Does It Press powder. I got this from Poundland, so it doesn't really have a specific brand. But I am going to use it to set ever so slightly, forgot it does that, ever so slightly set my foundation in place. I don't want it to go too matte. Lightly dabbing it where I think I need it. Now this is a very drying powder, so use it wisely. There's enough powder because I don't like that powder, but that's the only thing I have at the moment. So what do I think so far? I think I look alright. I don't think I look bad actually. I'll go out like this. I'm quite pleased actually. I am going to do a bit of contour again with this shade, I think, called Romeo, out of the W7 Romanced palette. It is an eyeshadow, but you gotta make do with what you got, ain't you? That's my half anyway. I'm actually going to take a little bit of Lust as well, because it is more cool toned. So I'm just going to mix those two together as much as I can, because they are very small pans. So I'm going to have a slightly contour that. I'm going to try and do the tiniest bit on my nose. I'm going to use this brush, I think. I am going to the shit out of that brush. So I want the least amount of product on this when I do this. That's probably the most natural contour I've ever done. I don't contour that much because it never works. Yeah. I'm also going to do the tiniest little bit. I am going to do the tiniest bit of blush out of neither of those palettes. I am going to use this colour and this colour, those two. I don't want it to be too harsh on the cheeks. That's enough blush. I am now going to take this black shadow and try to ever so slightly flark it out on my bottom lash line. I'm only going to take a little bit at first because I don't want it to spoil the makeup look. Being very careful to make sure I have the least amount of fallout with this colour, because black is a pain in the arse. I'm just stamping it directly onto the lash line. Just stamped that on directly onto the lash line. And I am going to use this brush, I think, to smoke it out ever so slightly. So you just want to do gentle strokes all across. I don't think that turned out too bad. No. Ooh, look at me. And I'm now going to try and recreate that on the other side, which is the difficult part. I am going to do the inner corner highlighter and the brow bone highlighter before I try and attempt to do a small little inner corner line for a cat eye look. And I'm going to be using a mixture of this and the champagne colour out of this. I'm going to be using this brush, very small pointed end brush, to get some of that shadow on there. I can't tell you where this is from. I've had it absolutely years. I have had it since I was about 11, 12. So I'm just putting that on the inner corner, just to brighten it up. And look how pretty that is. So pretty. Wait, I don't know if you can see. Just a highlighty. Don't know if you can see that. So pretty. This shade, by the way, out of the W7 palette is called Amour. I am going to attempt to do a little inner corner cat moment. Wish me luck, because this could be the end of my career. I don't think you guys can see that, but there is a little bit of a corner there. Not too shabby. Now I've got to try and do it on the other side. which is going to be the change. I think that's the best I'm going to get it. I'm not used to doing in a corner liner. I'm not used to doing eyeliner altogether, but I've tried. So I am now going to move on to mascara, but I am going to curl my eyelashes first. Here's Maybelline Great Lash. Everybody knows this mascara. I think it's alright. You know, it's not my favourite, but I use it quite often, so just gonna... A trick to getting better lashes, putting mascara on better is curl your eyelashes and just paint the ends of them first, let that dry, and then paint the roots of your lashes and go up over the ends. It makes your eyelashes look much more elongated. That's a trick that I've learned anyway. And I always, without a doubt, put mascara on my bottom lashes. Purely because I love how it looks. I just think it looks so much better having mascara on your bottom lashes as well. Now, I'm not the biggest fan of clumpy lashes, which is why I like doing this as well. No, I'm not sure if you can see. Yeah, I am going to add a false lash to this look. I'm not amazing at putting lashes on, but I do try. I'm going to... Where are they? There they are. So, I have no idea what lash this is. I've had them ages, so I'm just going to stick the glue on, wait for it to dry. Or wait for it to get tacky, sorry. And then pop them on. I am going to stick it on in the centre of my eyes first, just so I can gauge where I want them to go. I'm going to stick the back tail of it down first, second of all, so I can adjust it, and then I will stick down the front end. Which the front end is always the big pain in the arse for me. Right, I am moving on to the next lash after the struggle with that one. Now wait for that one to dry. I've just placed the outer edge, now I've got to do the inside of it, which is always the very frustrating part. Right, lashes are somewhat on, not perfectly, but I can't do lashes to save my life, so I try. I am going to be moving on to highlighter. I am going to be taking a little bit of this shimmer shadow, and I'm going to be taking it on this brush. Here we go. Onto the cheekbone. Same for the other side. I'm going to do the tip of my nose. Top of my bridge. Not going all the way down my bridge because I don't want to like accentuate the bump on my nose. I am now doing top of my lip. I'm going to be doing here above my brow, kind of like in the temple area. I don't know why I do it there, I just do. I don't like doing it in the middle of the forehead because it kind of makes it look like you're sweaty, so there we go. And a little bit on the chin. Now I am going to be taking a little bit of the Amour shade out of the W7 palette and lightly tapping that off and going back in those areas. Just because I want a little more oomph, you know. And that's not it for the highlighter. Oh no, this is my absolute favourite highlighter. It is called the MUA Undress Your Skin Shimmer Highlighter in Peach Diamond. And it's kind of like got this purpley sheen to it. And I love, love, love it. I have had it for absolute years. I'm not sure if you can see it, but it's got like this peachy, purpley sheen to it. I'm not sure if you can see it. Well, I love it. So I am plastering my face in it. That's it for highlighter. All that you need now is lips, because they are dry. I am going to be taking this nude lip liner because I don't have a nude lipstick. Not the most nudist lipstick. They're all got like peachy undertones, and I don't want a peachy undertone. I don't want a cool undertone either. I want like midway. Excuse me. I'm going to be taking the eyebrow pencil from earlier to outline the lips because I can't find my brown pencil anywhere. Like that. It's a lovely brown, I love it. And just taking this Makeup Gallery Nude Caramel liner and just going all over the lips with it. Now my lips are dry as hell, so I'm going to use a little bit of my Caramax lip moisturiser. This is the Olivia Hale Setting Spray. I had this from Home Bargains. Just going to spray that all over. Oh god, this video is 2 hours long. Actually, quite pleased with how it's turned out. I quite like it actually. So, as you can see, the highlighter is beautiful. I'm not disappointed in the contour either. I don't think that come out too bad. So, yeah, overall, I do think I've done a great job. So, try it for yourself with whatever you've got. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next video, whenever that's going to be. So, bye!